So this last year, one of my New Year's resolution was I wanted to get in pretty elite conditioning and elite fitness. And so I started doing keto, started running a lot, started lifting a lot, started doing intermittent fasting as well. And about 6 months into the year, I got hurt.
Mhm.
I tore muscle in my shoulder. And then I also have some lingering injury that has happened in my forearm where I literally could not pick up a glass of water. I went out to go shoot baskets, which I do pretty much every day. And I went to go shoot the basketball. I was like 2 feet away and I could not get the basketball to the rim. And I thought, huh, that's strange. I've all of a sudden just lost all strength in my arm. And then in the other arm, literally in the same week, I could not pick up a glass of water. Now, you guys know in the Erskin Music Show, all throughout the summer, I was touring. I was probably in some native land where you're at, going all around the country and touring. And I'm trying to work through these injuries. And so I'm doing this a lot and smiling and enjoying myself and jumping around, and it hurts so bad. And so when there was a seminar out there that was like, how do we rehabilitate, strengthen these muscles, do the things that you need to do so that you can play for longevity, and Angela was presenting with her incredible personality, I was just like a magnet, like a moth to the flame.
Yeah. So a lot of the injuries that musicians have, they can be lumped into a couple different categories. We get overuse injuries. So if you think about how you play an instrument. So if you play guitar, you only play. I'm going to make it short so you can see. Your right arm is going to go in front. Your left arm is going to go to the left, right? But you never do the opposite. It feels weird to the opposite.
And this is also the posture that I feed babies. Like I
that
can
too. That too.
I can do this.
You need to feed
can't,
babies the other
for some
way.
reason, feed the baby. I can feed babies that. Anyway, continue.
Yeah. So we get this imbalance already, just based on the posture of how we play our instrument. Like I play flute to the right. You never play flute to the left. It's not built that way. You can't do that. Same with guitar. I've heard doctors say, well, can't you just like play a different instrument or turn it around? No, can't you just be a dentist? It's not how it works.
Down.
Right. So, yeah, right? Like, no, dude, the buttons go the other way. Anyway, so it's so you've got the postural considerations, and then you've also got overuse. So you have to build up your endurance to be able to play your instrument, right? If you just jump into a 6-hour recording session, you're going to be in a lot of pain. Whereas if you start half an hour, then add a half hour, and then you add an hour, and then you build up that time, you're not going to be as sore, you're not going to whatever. And the muscles of your forearm, they need just as much endurance as the muscles of your legs or your back or your shoulder.
Yes.
Right. And something else to note is that you don't just play your instrument with like your fingers or your lips or whatever. You use your entire body to play your instrument. So if your core is weak, your shoulder is going to hurt, or your low back is going to hurt, or you're going to have hip pain, and your knees are going to bother you, or something, right? So if you've got dysfunction in one area of the body, it can translate to somewhere else. And a lot of times the site of pain is not the source of pain. So if it hurts, don't stretch it. You don't know. See what it needs, right? So that's where I got into the whole strength training thing. It's like, let's find your muscle imbalances. Let's find what do you do? How much a day are you playing? Have you done anything opposite? How much do you bring your arms behind you and squeeze your shoulder blades together? And doesn't that feel amazing? Because we don't do that. We don't do enough rowing. We don't do enough pulling. We do all this way. The musicians have all kinds of different issues, but if we just ignore pain and we don't address it, it's just going to get worse.